All right. What's up? It's your boy DJ Kidstar from Atlanta, Georgia, and this is the DJ Kidstar podcast, the quarantine recap edition. You can now take your mask off. Yes. You can buy these, by the way, on my website. Cute little things. Can never brand too much. Merchandising. So yeah, I've been getting a lot of people bugging me saying, man, you should do a podcast. And I used to do them in the past, and I was like, a lot of work, no return. Now it's like the thing, and everyone's doing it. So I figured I'd get back on here, give it a try, see what we can pull out of this whole thing. So for the people who've been bugging me, here you go. Also, I've been seeing a lot of people out there doing their thing, and it's cool. So it looks like, they brought the fun back into it, so I feel like I want to throw my 2 cents in the game. And plus, Joe Rogan just got $200 million, so we're looking for at least half that. So it's a quarantine recap, and I don't know what everyone's been doing for the last, March, April, May, June, July. It's going to be August. 5 months, 6 months. And obviously, the reason I came out today and did the podcast or this week actually, is because PUA programs are going to be canceled. A lot of people in the entertainment business, a lot of people in the DJ industry, a lot of people in the events industry, a lot of people everywhere, entertainers, musicians, are affected by that. So it's a big week for us, you know what I'm saying? So go Dems. Let's finally do one thing right. So yeah, so during the quarantine, a lot of things. I mean, to be honest, what I've been doing during the quarantine is just observing. Just observing. I knew the shit show was coming once the gigs were in the events were coming out, and I was like, oh, it's about to be on. So, I mean, up until that point, things were going pretty cool, and so I just kicked back and relaxed. But I saw a lot of people, I mean, DJs, entertainers, whatever, in my industry that just, man, some of y'all showed your ass out there, man, on social media. Man. The golden rule is stay off social media. If you ain't got something positive to say, well, actually, no, not positive. I say negative shit all the time. Like, I'm a shit talker, so I like that, Hey, I'm talking trash every day. But I know the repercussions of what happens when you talk the trash. Like, you better be ready for it. These DJs, our entertainers, whatever out there, I mean, I've never seen so many medical experts out there in DJ Twitterland. For real, like, I feel like I didn't even need to go to the medical sources. Like, all the DJs were giving it to me. You know what I'm saying? Because they had so much schooling and so much knowledge on the coronavirus, which just came out this December. I was like, oh, well, whatever you guys say. Obviously, you know what you're talking about. Yeah. I mean, and I don't unfollow people. I don't get like petty like that. To be honest, like, the more dumb shit people say, the more I'm more inclined to follow you, because like, that is my entertainment. I don't even turn on the TV anymore. I just sit back and observe all y'all. And it was entertaining the least, and it has made my months go by. So I want to thank you to all those DJs out there in Twitter world, because without you guys, I would have lost my sanity. For real. That's just crazy. But also, like, social media. So, with social media, with DJs and entertainers, or, whatever, the big thing during the quarantine was like the live streams and all that stuff. At first, I think was on like Instagram, then it bounced to Facebook, and then it jumped over to Twitch, and now people got some new stuff. And man, I tell you, my personal opinion on that is like, it's just a lot of work, I feel, for like no return. I've really only, and I'm not in those rooms or whatever, but from visually seeing and knowing certain people, whatever, that like, you're talking a small percentage of people getting returns on that. And I'm always one to evaluate a situation and be like, man, if I'm putting X amount of work in there, I need Y amount of return. There's no reason I'm going to put all that work in there and not get a little more than that back. And so, like, I stayed away from all the streaming. I did do one on my birthday. That was kind of fun. So it was just a fun thing. It wasn't anything that, come out there. But I see some cats doing it like every day. They're on it, man. So that was the big thing during quarantine. And I'll tell you, watching all those DJs on those streams, like, man, if there's one thing I took away from that is, and again, I got to warn you people, this podcast is I talk the trash, man. I talk it, but I recycle it too. I recycle it. But all these streams, I mean, it let you know, one, like there are a lot of bad DJs out there, a lot of bad DJs. I mean, I couldn't tell you like these. If man, I not. And the worst part was like I would just jump on there in a matter of seconds. I would be like, oh, this person's terrible. Man, every people need to practice out there. That's one thing. Practice, practice, practice. And two, if you're streaming and you're just standing behind the tables or your control, whatever, like that is boring as shit. Nobody wants to see that. Like, you have to be an entertainer if you're gonna stream and be visual. And that's the big transition now that DJs are gonna have to learn. Is you better learn to be an entertainer. Because I mean, I know for me, if you're not entertaining me or doing something fun, I mean, of course, like, hey, you're playing the songs and all that stuff, but if I just wanted to hear audio, I would have just jumped on Mixcloud or Spotify or put my headphones, whatever. But like, you're clicking on whatever platform you are, looking at you, and if you're not being entertaining, man, that's just a big swing and a miss, dude. I don't know. That's it's a little DJ Kid Star advice, man. Like, you got to be an entertainer nowadays. I think that's the big transition now with the virus and everything is if you're gonna try to do all your entertainment online or on platforms or whatever, man, you better get your entertainment game up. Make me want to stick around for a while. You know, light yourself on fire or something like that. Be entertaining. That's my suggestion to all y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, my favorite platform during the quarantine was the Twitter. I mean, that shit was so entertaining between like the medical experts that were jumping out of there, the political experts, the Twitter beef, the cancel culture, which is hysterical. I mean, it was that by far the most entertaining was Twitter. And plus, I will give a big shout out to all the porn stars on Twitter because those people are utilizing that platform to the nth degree. Like, they are experts at that. And I could not believe some of the shit you're allowed to post on Twitter. It was wild. I loved it. Twitter, thumbs up during the quarantine. You got me through that. And of course, you know, being in music, entertainment, that's what this channel is all about, music and entertainment. And the biggest news, I think, in entertainment, music, whatever, during the quarantine, to me, was, that's my little drum roll right there, Kanye West trying to run for president in 2020. I mean, come on now, dude. Come on. How many times, people out there, how many times are you going to fall for this act? I mean, I couldn't believe it. President of 2020? Man. And then he had the meltdown like everyone was surprised. Like, everyone was surprised this numbskull had a meltdown. I mean, it's fucking Kanye West. I don't even know what to say. It just gets me frustrated talking about that dude. Y'all pay him so much mind. And he's about to drop an album again. Dropping another album. It's just a play off the Kardashian book. A play off the Kardashian book. And that family, that whole Jesus. Man, they need Jesus in life for sure. I mean, that family is messed up. You do not want to be involved in that family. Man. But yes, that would be my biggest entertainment news. Kanye West, hand him the trophy. Taylor Swift, move over. Your album dropped, but Kanye West wins it again in the battle of who shows their ass the most. Give it up for Kanye West. And hey, we're still in the pandemic. Coronavirus is still around everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the big deal with the mask. Like I said, go get yourself a mask with a little logo on there. Or, you know what I'm saying? Try to sell something, whatever. It's actually fun. It's a new avenue of revenue or whatever you can put on there and sell or whatever. It's cool. And plus, you know, hey, it's a new, like, you know, clothing accessory. Makes you look cool. Ninja-like. So I'm down with the mask. Plus, it's in everyone's best interest to be safe at this point in time. And as far as, like, where I see music going or entertainment going through the pandemic and after the pandemic, 1,000% until that until we have a vaccine for that virus. I mean, this is going to be it. There's no two ways around it. I mean, I've known boys out there and in the Southeast that, they're opening clubs. They just, got the DJ, they got the people in there. Nobody's wearing masks. Maybe some people are wearing masks. It's a small percentage, but everyone else isn't. Then once they wear the mask, it comes off because they've been drinking and getting drunk. And there's like people in there by the hundreds. Man, just spreading it around. Just keep it going. And until we collectively as a society realize like this ain't something to play around with. I mean, they shut the economy down, for Christ's sake. The number one economy in the world, they shut down. That's a pretty big deal. I think we should pay attention to the rules, even though I agree there hasn't been any solid, focused, unified message being sent to us. God help us all, but at least just wear the goddamn mask and stay out of these clubs, large venues, large gatherings. I mean, just don't be a moron. But we as people and human beings, we are the biggest morons on the planet. And with that, I'm wrapping my first podcast, DJ Kidstar, back on the scene, if you know what I mean. We're wrapping it up. And I saved the best for last, though. I got a new EP coming out. It's coming out, people. I'm stoked. I'm psyched. Getting back to my roots, my dance roots. So it will be out in August. www.djkidstar.com. You know I'm going to be shamelessly plugging on the social media, so don't you worry. I'll be thrown in your face every other second. And I would hope you'd like to, buy it. It's better than asking for tips off Cash App and Venmo. Good Lord, DJs, what is that, man? God. Just put a sign out there on the street corner that says, I suck for $20. All right, people, I'm out. It's the DJ Kidstar podcast. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.